Alright guys, so welcome to part 1 of my Heroes of the Storm tutorial videos. I have been combing the internet looking for Heroes of the Storm how-to guides, tutorials, differences between this and other MOBAs, blah blah blah, what have you. And I haven't really found any set of videos that actually have had all of the information that I'm looking for in a single place. So I'm hoping that with this video I can kind of start on that. So this one's probably going to be a little bit longer because I'm not only going to explain the basics of most people call these MOBAs. I don't like that name, so I'm going to be calling them DOTA clones from here on. So if I say Dota or Dota clone, I mean MOBA, okay? Multiplayer Online Battle Arena. That's just a standard catch-all for fucking people who have no sense in their brain. Like, a first-person shooter can be a multiplayer battle online arena. Anything with active combat, with multiplayer competitiveness. I mean, StarCraft, even. That could be a multiplayer online battle arena. So, fuck that term. It's stupid. It's just a Dota clone. Or Dota-style game. Anyway. Sorry, didn't mean to get into that rant, like, right out of the gate. But, I guess to further illustrate the point, we're going to go in and I am going to show you kind of the basics, the absolute bare minimum basics of a MOBA, of a Dota clone. So what you have is a standard 3-lane map, alright? We've got 1, 2, 3 lanes. And then you're going to have your bases. And so you always, in this game, it's always red versus blue, and you are always blue. Friendly players are always blue no matter what. That's just how they made the UI. Whether you are, it doesn't matter what side you are always blue. So what you're going to do is each base spawns minions in each lane. As such. The minions will continue to push forward until they die, until they run into each other, kill each other, and then spawn more. Like, I think it's like every 30 seconds or something like that. I don't remember the exact time intervals. But they spawn within a specific interval. And your job is to go in and push each direction. Alright, fair enough. Then you've got jungle camps in the middle, which in each game, whether it's Dota or League of Legends or this one, your jungles are going to do different things, and I believe in League of Legends, or no, Smite, jungles give you boosts and buffs. In Dota, they're just an easy way to gain experience without having to deal with enemies and lanes. And in this game, it gives you lane boosters, which essentially each jungle camps are considered mercenary camps, and they basically just join the lane that they're closest in and start to push that lane. It's essentially a stronger unit, and so with that, we are going to start with the easiest and cheapest character I can think of. Some people might say that Raynor would be that, but I believe that Valla should be the person who you learn the game with. She is a ranged assassin, meaning that she cannot take very much damage, but you know, she can deal lots of damage. That's the assassin role. So you've essentially got 4 roles and then 2 subclasses of each role. So you've got the assassin, the warrior, the specialist, and the support. And then you've got ranged and melee variants of either one. So I've got a ranged assassin, and her specialty is going to be pushing, or is going to be killing other heroes. All assassins are meant to deal high damage while not really being able to sustain a whole lot. Each character you can build for sustain, and imagine that these 3 are locked to you because they're going to be. So we're not going to use any of these 3. I'm going to use the best basic build that you can have with her. And so with the cost, you can either do cost-effective materials, which essentially gives you lowers the mana cost of the cast of your Q ability, or Siphoning Arrow, which is what I always pick. Siphoning Arrow allows you to regain health every single time you use your Q ability. So this game essentially plays like Diablo, where you've got your avatar and you can kind of control around the screen and click left and right. And like if you prefer to move like that, you can, or you could just hold down the left mouse button and just keep moving like that. But instead of having 10 abilities, you've only got 4. Some have 5, and you can always unlock more, but for the most part, you can probably count on 4 abilities per character. Now, the one thing this game does very, very differently over games like League of Legends or Dota is that each character plays vastly different from one another. Each character is just really good at something and has a serious fault somewhere else to kind of keep the game balanced. And I really, really appreciate that. This game is it's not, insanely balanced, but they're doing a good job trying to keep up with it. And each character is very unique in themselves. Like, you don't have kind of repeat characters like how you have in Dota and League of Legends, while like the stats are just better on one, so nobody ever uses the other. Each character, like each player who I found that plays this game has found a character that like they just absolutely could not play this game without. And Valla was my shit. That was the wrong ability. Valla was the first character who I really kind of started getting good with, and she is 2,000 gold, so starting you should be able to pick her up, period. So there's no excuses not to be able to use her. And the next video is going to be with another 2,000 gold character who I think is really good to learn with as well if you want to pick a different role. So now that it's level 3 or level 4, we get to pick another talent. And so remember, you can only use the top 2 up until you hit level 4. So I'm going to be picking Vampiric Assault. All basic attacks that I cause will give me extra health, and so that's how she can sustain herself in lane a little bit better. And the other one is Manticore, which attacks against the same target, deal more damage, which means that if I'm attacking successively 1, 2, 3, the third attack will deal 50% more damage. And what this game does very differently from other games as well is that there is no item shop within the game. You do not buy equipment mid-game to make your character better. This is how you make your character better. Within each level, you get a new perk, you get a new talent. I think that's what they're called. And so that's really what you're trying to do. I'm not really going to be focusing too much on like the map, explaining the map objectives right now, because really I'm just trying to explain the more basics of the game. Like with this map in particular, we've got to run around, collect these things that pop up, and then once we get 3 of them, it makes all of the enemies literally like one-hit kill, and it shuts down the entire defenses of their base, meaning that their cannons won't fire and their buildings are weaker. It's really cool. So yeah, whenever they pop up on the map over here, you kind of just want to run over and see if you can grab them. Nope, not what I wanted to do. But really the important thing right here is, and another difference between this and a lot of other Dota clones are team experience is all shared. Everyone gains the same experience that another one collects, so all you really need are 3 people sitting in each lane soaking up experience, and then like 2 others can go off and kind of do whatever. And staying in lane is not anywhere close to as important in this game as it is in other games like League of Legends and Dota 2. Motherfuck, I'm probably gonna die. I'm not gonna die! Oh, I'm not gonna die! Yes! Yes, yes, yes. That was fucking perfect. Good backup from my team. So now we've got 2 out of 3, which is good. I'm gonna wait just a little bit longer before we start hitting up the jungle and taking up some mercenary camps in our lane to show you what that shit's about. But since everyone shares experience and has the same level within the team, you don't have single players being out-leveled by other players. Like, let's say you have a specific role to fulfill. Like, if you have to sit around tanking damage, you don't really gain a lot of experience by sitting in the middle of the fight and taking damage, because you don't really kill a lot of players, and you don't really deal enough damage to kill off minion waves or creeps either. So it's really hard to gain experience as a tank. So with this, it makes it so that you don't have to abandon your role in order to further your character progress, which is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Like, you don't have to spec your gear to make yourself deal more damage. I'm on my way, and I need help. Thank you, Tyrael. And this game has a really simple and cool and effective way to communicate with the other players, and so you don't really have to be type chatting.
The path leads this way.
Which is really good. See, right there, I was just kind of juking him out. Oh, motherfucker! Go away. Thank you. That's one thing about Uther, is that when he dies, damn, I could have had... Shit! I didn't mean to pick Reign of Vengeance. You can only have Strafe in the beginning. God damn it. Oh well. Strafe is a... they call it spin to win, but it's really not. What it does is, when you use it, it deals damage within a specific circle, but that damage, you can only deal a total of, like, it scales with your level, but let's say you can only deal a total of 220 damage per second. It then splits up that 220 damage per second into however many people are within that radius. And so if there are 4 people in there, 220 divided by 4 would be 60? No, my math's wrong. But you get the point. You would only be like 80, I think. 85? 75? No. No, that's not right. I need to focus and not do math in my head. Either way, it is definitely the and then the next talent that I will take is Giant Killer, which allows you to deal more damage to player characters. Not a whole lot more. The stat is literally 1.5 times, or 1.5% of the max hero's health. So it kind of scales a little bit with, like, if you're dealing damage against tanks, you'll deal a little bit more damage to a tank than you would support who has less health, or specialist who has less health. Unfortunately, since I don't have spin to win, that's not what I'm going for. I just went in for a pretty good kill. This one that I use is 2 waves of Shadow Beast, dealing a lot of damage, and also stunning. And unfortunately, it kind of takes forever to recharge it. That's why I always kind of go for Battle Momentum. What Battle Momentum does, I don't think I explained what this one does. What Battle Momentum does is every single time I use a basic attack, it cools down, like, it gives me extra cooldown bonus. So whenever I attack an enemy, a minion, whatever, it does 0.5 of a second immediately cooldown. So I'm effectively, every 2 hits, I'm taking a second off the counter. every 2 hits with a basic attack, I should preface. And also every basic attack that I deal heals me still. So just dealing basic attacks is never a bad way for Valla to go. That's why I'm a big fan. Like she's much more of an aggro. Like you kind of have to not only initiate with her, but then you also have to commit to that initiation, because otherwise you're gonna die. As soon as you walk away, you're gonna fucking die. I'll let him run. Just zone him out of it, because that's really the most important thing. If you can block their ability to take the objective, then that's just as good. You don't really need to kill him if you can zone him out. Sometimes it's just a waste of time. Points are always nice, but you really have to stick with your team sometimes, and you really have to kind of know when it's worth pursuing someone and know when it's worth just getting the fuck out of there. Sometimes it's just not worth the time or damage that you would receive, or even mana that you would spend. Oops. Alright, and since we are here... Oh, another cool thing about this game is that if you push Z, you can jump on a little horse. You can get a horse, you can get a mount. I'm riding a little billy goat. Kind of actually fucking adorable. That's kind of why I ride it. Oh shit, there's another one. If they're gonna take it. I think they're gonna take it. Yeah, that is not worth it. They can have it. They can have 1 out of the 5 that have dropped. It's okay. So right now what I'm doing is I am taking a bruiser camp, which will essentially damage disable target, hold 2 charges. If you need to get out of the way, 2 charges is good, but I usually go for this because there's a lot of usually I try to fight with tanks, and tanks deal a lot of stun damage, and this gives you 40% more damage if the target is stunned, which is cool. And so I can use my ultimate and then deal more damage after that. Have that as a combo, like start with the ultimate to stun and then use my W, like ultimate, then W, then Q.
It seems you've lost a fort.
And then if I need to, E to get the fuck out. Which is always a good way to go. Yeah, let's go get this bruiser camp too. Hop back on the jump.
Go heal now.
Out of my way, friendly body block. Shit.
Through here.
Alright, I'm not gonna be able to do this by myself. Alright, that was a bad choice. So we've got a push B that will give us, since it's a Blizzard game, it gives us Hearthstone, which if you ever played World of Warcraft, it teleports you. It's a stone of town portal. It takes you back to a safe haven, and that's exactly what that does. What that did, took us back to a safe haven. So from there, I regenerated, and now we are going back to throw ourselves at that bruiser camp to see if we can get that shit too. Actually, you know, everyone's swarming the core. Let's go rush the core. Let's be reinforcements. Oh shit. I'm taking so much damage. At least I got a kill out of it. That's cool. I guess what we're gonna do is we're gonna run back and hit the well. Damn it, our well's fucking dead. What is this thing called? We got it. We got the other curves. I forget what it's called. Healing well? I don't know. The Palytime community, which I am kind of a part of, a little bit. I'm definitely part of the community at night for sure. So if you ever hop on the Pally-Time chat, look for Shadow Leader at night, because that's usually when I play. If I'm playing during the day, it's because I'm trying to record. But they call it the Sippy Cup, because Pally-Time calls it the Sippy Cup. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Pally-Time's a weird dude. Don't... Damn it. Damn it, Tronde. My spree is ended. Motherfuck. That's no good. That's no good. So I'm not quite sure what else I haven't gone over that I really need to. Oh, we can get our level 20 talent, and this is the final, final talent. Penetrating bolts is pretty cool. I usually go for Nexus Fury, to tell you the truth. But since we can't use these two, I'm not going to. I'm going to use Storm of the Vengeance, which means that now I've got 4 damage ounce that comes down instead of just 2. I just said Jimmy Jones on camera. Whatever. And unfortunately, when you die at this point, this point of the game, it takes forever to respawn. It takes so long to respawn, it's not even funny. Since we are still here, cool. And we have respawned. It's time to take some motherfucking camps. I want to hit this camp, then this camp. Actually, no. If you push spacebar, it takes you immediately back to where your character is, which is nice.
Yes, I see.
And yeah, what these guys are going to do is they are going to take the camps closest to the lane.
Keep destroyed.
And help push.
Clever ploy.
There we go. As long as I can keep hitting 2 out of 3 of them. I love that Hungering Arrow ability. I really do.
My hunt continues.
Now that I've got those two, pushing those 2 lanes, I'm going to run back here, heal for just a second, and I'm not really too worried about the tribute anymore. They can kind of have it. Because what I'm doing is I'm making sure that there are massive minions in each lane. Shit, that's the boss. I don't want that.
A clever ploy.
I was making sure that there are massive minions in each lane. It looks like top lane got cleared, which is fine. Hopefully I can get to the siege camp in time. Keyword is hopefully. Because if I'm correct, the siege camp should just be able to swing around in their flank. It might hit mid, which is fine too. It really doesn't matter. Yeah, okay, they're taking the flank, which is cool. I'll come make sure that they've got a path. And there we go. This is how we do it. Shit. Well, that was kind of how we did it. That's how it's supposed to get done. And as long as we're not stupid. There we go. There we go, and we win. So there we go. I hope you have. I hope you have a better understanding of how this game actually works now. I kind of went a little quick. I was definitely a little jumbled because I'm playing and commenting at the same time, and I definitely jumped around from point to point. but I definitely tried to finish each point, so that's a plus. If there's anything I wasn't clear about, if you have any other questions, please, please, please leave comments down below, and I will do my best to explain. And I will be making more. The next character is probably going to be a warrior. And another character that is very near and dear to my heart. I actually really like the cheap characters in this game. They're just because they're cheap, it doesn't mean that they're bad. So, in that, I say thank you for watching if that's what you did. I really appreciate it, and I really hope to see you on the next video. So, thank you very much.